How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the 100K subscriber live stream. So I had different video scheduled for today, but dude, we hit 100K. I got back to Florida, so it felt like the perfect time to just do another live stream again. We will most likely be doing live streams on Tuesday after my friend leaves town. Sometime next week or something like that. Maybe we'll squeeze one in while he is here. But Drone Tech Pro, dude, always gives stars and always gives donations and stuff, and has just become a member of the channel. So I do not push memberships really at all on the channel, guys. Maybe sometime in the future I will, if there is like more to them and stuff. But right now we just have I think 4 member tiers. You have SR5, Tier D Off-Road, Limited, and Tier D Pro tiers over here on the channel. But thank you so much. Everyone saying congratulations. Bubba's in here. Congrats. Mike, thank you so much. Everyone, man. Holy crap. Bill, Mr. Sheep, how's it going? What is up? Everyone in here. Nikki, thank you. What is up? Jeff, how's it going? And Willie saying congrats. Thank you guys so much. So it'll just be a normal live stream, but had to get the title, you know, to be something fun. And guess what? We got the 100K. So thank you guys all so much. Not sure when you guys subscribed or if you guys are even subscribed, right? But I appreciate all the support as always from freaking everyone. So we have a congratulations here. If I had a choice between the new gen versus previous gen Tacoma and it wasn't for content, which one would you pick? The new one all day long. It's just way better to drive, way better to sit in. It's just overall a better truck. So if I didn't have content to make, I would still be in a new Tacoma for sure. Yukon spamming that there is a 3rd gen Tundra, or the 3rd Tundra in the dealership for an engine replacement. Spun rod bearing from factory. It wasn't from the factory, but it just unfortunately spun it, right? Because of whatever's going on with all that stuff. So most likely it's a 2022 though. This is a very well-known issue. It's a lot of early 2022s. There's been like, I think, one 2024, which is very bizarre. And I don't think any 23s yet. So it's a known issue for some unfortunate early 2022 models. I really hope my truck, my last truck that I had, the white one, does not have those issues for the new owner. But Trevor, bro, thank you so much. Says congratulations on being a rock star. 100K, boom. So I went yesterday to just reply back to comments and stuff, and it literally was at 100,000, just on the dot. I don't know what it was. I just pulled up my phone to just go in, and I just saw it there. I didn't think that we were gonna get it to 100K until like next month maybe, but I guess just overnight some video or something must have like popped off, or a short or something, because we gained like 300-400 subscribers like in a day, because I think we were at like 99,000 like 400, I think, or something like that. And Drone Tech Pro, thank you so much, bro, for not only becoming a member but also for the donation as well. You guys are all freaking awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so if you guys want some questions and stuff, go ahead and put them into the comment section. It looks like it may be a kind of not rowdy live stream, because we only got like 71 people in here. So if you guys want to leave a like to let everyone else know that we are live, I would appreciate it. Ryan, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. I need to come up to Yoda Mafia in the next, well, I've got a buddy Colin coming into town, so it may not be anytime soon, but I have some stuff for Breland, and I need to take something off of the Tacoma because to level the truck out with all the weight and stuff in the back for the Overland Expo, we put like another spacer, which that is not like the best thing to do, but we wanted it to look all nice and level for the Overland Expo, and I'm not gonna be off-roading it like crazy right now, so I just need to take that off because the back now is an inch higher than the front. Willie says, congrats, man. Hope that Texas Red Clay finally came off the taco. Chris is going to have, he's a detailer friend. He was the one that paint corrected the Tacoma and also did the ceramic coating. And he's going to have a field day with that truck on Tuesday. I tried my hardest to keep that thing as clean as possible for him. I probably washed that truck in the last 2 months that I've owned it. Not even gonna lie, like more than I feel like I've ever washed the Tundra, just because it's a ceramic and I wanted to make sure all the bugs were off and stuff. So I will do probably a follow-up video talking about like ceramic coating and my experience with it. Not that it's not worth it, but people were right, and 100%. Like if you just want to protect the truck itself, it would be an XPEL or some sort of PPF that goes over the whole paint. But that stuff is just way too expensive. I mean, I get what it is, but it's just like super expensive compared to a ceramic. Daniel, how's it going? DK, what is up? Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Drone Tech with the Dono also says, dude, I looked for you at Overland Expo and could not find you. Congrats again. Yeah, there were a lot of people. So I was at GFC's booth for a good while, but I was always walking around and talking with companies and stuff, and just talking with people that I just organically like walked into and started a conversation. But there's a lot of good companies that I talked to and some fun things hopefully happening in the future with the Tacoma and other vehicles as well. So I didn't like set up any meetings to go talk with companies and stuff, and I don't know, I don't like doing that. I would rather just walk up and down the aisles and stuff, and if people are like, yo John, like come check our product out, like happened a couple times, I just enjoy that. So it was all good. Michael, thank you so much. Mike also says it's about time. Dude, I know, it's kind of crazy, man. I don't know, like YouTube hasn't been pushing people to subscribe that much anymore, which is fine. They'll just, and I'm guilty of it too, even though I'm like a YouTuber. But I mean, there's so many people that I'm not subscribed to on my own, like personal YouTube, and I just know their videos are always there, so I should just subscribe to them as always. But YouTube doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't really prioritize people subscribing, just because it always just kind of shows you, like if you enjoy my content, 9 times out of 10, I'll always be on your feed, like when you open up your YouTube. So Bill says, hey, congrats on the 100K. Do you know why the Land Cruiser requires premium gas and the Tacoma Hybrid does not? Same powertrain. I have no idea. And it's even like the same horsepower and the same torque. So I definitely need to ask some of our engineering or Toyota's engineering people, like why that's a thing, because I'm pretty sure that GX says recommended, not required, but the Land Cruiser says required. And if so, like that's kind of annoying. Like at least gas is coming down in price, but like no Toyota really in the past. I don't even think the last Land Cruiser required premium fuel. Maybe the Supra did, or I know the new Supra does, but like old Supra, I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous that it requires premium, or at least that's just what they say. But I know so many people that, I shouldn't say so many people, I know a couple people that have like an Audi, Porsche and stuff, and they say that they just run regular gas because they're always running their car up and down the highway, so there's no point. I don't know. Don't know the longevity for that. I live in Colorado and have a Tacoma Tier D Pro delivered in mid-June. How good will the Tier D Pro be on rocky trails? Is it only good for desert running? This will be my first truck. Heck of a first truck. Congratulations. It'll be fine. It's definitely meant for more higher, fast-paced stuff. But the truck will handle well. The suspension, you can make it like nice and loose if you really want to handle a lot better with those QS3 shocks. So that'll be fun. I don't know. It's definitely made a bit more focused on desert racing versus rocks for sure. Pinoy, what is up? How's it going? Hugh, thank you so much. It says, congrats, John, for passing the 100K. Hoping to see the new Tacoma Land Cruiser 250s and possibly a 6th Gen 4Runner with a college buddy soon. That's awesome. That'd be really, really cool, dude. Drone Tech says, hey, are you going to the Overland Expo Pacific Northwest? I don't know. I don't think I will be. I'm kind of honestly like back and forth about it right now, but I don't think that I will be going to PNW. And then this one's perfect. PNW Overland says, congrats. The countdown has begun for me to order a 25 4Runner. Heck yeah. Get those deposits in if you want them. Looking into a 24 Tundra, but my question is, should I wait for the 25 to be released? And if, when do you think the 25 will be revealed? So the 25 Tundra should be the same as the 24 Tundra, so there's really going to be no change. So if you need to get a truck within the next couple years, like either this model year or the next model year, I'm like 99% sure that a 25 Tundra will be the same exact truck as the what's been there for the last couple years. I don't think the refresh is coming as a 2025 model. But I appreciate everyone in here. We got 75 people in here. Not sure how long the live stream will go tonight, because I got to not really pack a bag. I'm literally flying up to Virginia tomorrow. I'm going to be landing in Raleigh, North Carolina, and if you guys know anyone weird that lives in Raleigh, it's Toyota Jeff, so we're going to be hanging out and then going up to Virginia to pick up a new vehicle, bonsaiing back down, maybe make it halfway, and then come back in on Saturday with the new vehicle. John says, question, any issues with the Westcott rack touching roof paint on 4Runner and Tacoma? So his rack does hang pretty low, and it does touch the paint for sure. I'm not sure if it scratches it or anything, because the racks are still on the trucks, but it definitely does make contact with the paint. Are you still interested in your FJ Cruiser project and your 1st Gen 4Runner Beach project? All the time. I definitely want bigger space though, whenever that happens, but I think that'd be really, really cool, Mr. Sheep, to definitely do. I think that the 4Runner would probably be first over the FJ Cruiser project, but yeah, and the FJ Cruiser project may change, because I'm not sure if you guys saw this kind of viral post that went on Instagram, but I guess it's a company down in Australia, I think, and they turned an FJ Cruiser into like a flatbedded truck, and like really made the cab look like a single cab FJ Cruiser. It looked really cool, so I think that would be an awesome FJ project. Definitely need to find like a rear-ended FJ, hack it all off, see you later, and then put like a flatbed on it. It would look so cool. Jazz says, congrats on the 100K. Alan too, thank you guys so much. My 4Runner got rear-ended on the 27th, and it's the 3rd accident with this vehicle. That's not my fault. Plan to trade it in for a GX460 when I get it back for repairs. Dang, dude, that sucks, because that just keeps lowering the value too of the vehicle. Hopefully, you able to get that 460, and hopefully it's not cursed, man. That 4Runner, that 3rd freaking accident. Holy crap, but at least you're okay, and the vehicle has been doing its job and keeping you safe. Daniel says, John, does the Tacoma have the same diff ratios regardless of transmission for hybrid and non-hybrid? I don't know exactly. I know that the rear diff is bigger on the hybrid version than it is on the standard version, but I'm not 100% sure. You would have to check out Toyota's spec sheet for that. They should have all that on their website. I don't know a ton of these stats like off the top of my head, but yeah. Rico says, congrats, John, a great achievement. Been watching for a couple years, which that's just crazy. You deserve it. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for the support, Rico. I live in Richmond, where the Overland Expo takes place, makes it an easy day, or Redmond, sorry, not Richmond. Heck yeah, that would be awesome. Super easy, yeah. Just head on over there, talk to people, see some stuff, companies, whatever they got going on and whatnot. Super nice. Marvin says, hey John, waited 2 months and finally got my 24 TRD Sport Premium and Underground. Toyota owes you a sponsor money because you made me want one. Well, you got the last of, or a TRD Sport Premium and Underground. Okay, that's probably a Tacoma then. Heck yeah, dude. I hope you enjoy it, and it doesn't give you any issues and stuff, and you really enjoy the truck. And hopefully your Underground color also is nice and clean and stuff. A lot of people, man, that have been getting the Underground color lately, they just have the same issues that I had with it just being like Swirl City and just not looking the best. It stinks, but it's still a really good color. I love the way that the color changes and stuff in the light. Chris says, I believe the 26 will be a refresh on Tundra. That's what the rumor is. So it may come out then in 25 as a 26 model. I think that rumor, that's what I've been hearing too, rumor-wise as well. That's kind of going around on the internet. If I want to buy a used Tacoma, which gen / year would be the sweet spot? If you're going to buy used, buy like the newest of the used. 2023, 2022, 2021. That's when they did like the bigger screen for like the CarPlay, the heated seats, the dual climate control. A lot of stuff was standard, automatic seats as well. So I would look for a 21 and up if you are in the market for a used Tacoma, or even a 24. I mean, there may be some used 24s actually on the lot soon as well. Just because, you know, people buy them, they may not want them, they may want a different vehicle, and then they just trade it in for something else. So a 2003 Sequoia Limited that's almost mint condition. What should I do to it? I need an opinion. Nothing. Maybe just some bigger tires. Wheels and tires and some tint is like the best thing that you could do to a vehicle. It changes the appearance a little bit. So I would always just say wheels, tires, and some tint. And if the suspension is stock suspension, maybe a little bit bigger of suspension just to lift it up a little bit, and then call it a day. You don't really need to do that much to those old Sequoias. They look really good just out of the box, but just a little bit bigger of wheels, or same wheels, 17s, but a little bit bigger of tires, maybe a little bit of a lift, be solid, dude. Rich says, congrats on the 100K. Looking to order a Trail Hunter next week. Any idea when they will be showing up at the dealers? Probably next month. The hybrids should start showing up. It's kind of like just ridiculous with Toyota's timeline and stuff, because they said spring and they're literally putting it towards the latest of spring possible, because I think spring ends like July 20th or 19th or something like that, whatever it is. So I mean, yeah, that, like, they said spring for these hybrids, and they are literally waiting till the very, very end of spring to finally get them out there. So hopefully either later this month they may start showing up, or early next month. Why do you think that there is such a big price difference between the Tacoma Trail Hunter and TRD Pro when you consider included options? Trail Hunter, rock rails, air compressor, full skids, still 1K less. So, I mean, I don't know. It's different suspension. The seats on the Tacoma TRD Pro as well are a premium, I guess. The Tacoma TRD Pro also has like the moonroof, which the Trail Hunter doesn't, which is maybe like a $400 option, $500 option. But aside from that, like, there's not that much. And in all honesty, it's like easier to replicate the Trail Hunter almost than it is the TRD Pro of this generation. So I don't know, like, the Trail Hunter's cool, the interior is really, really nice, but like, if I was to pick one or the other, it would probably be the Pro, just because it's harder to replicate. And I would rather just build up a TRD off-road to be better than the Trail Hunter, and like actually cheaper as well than the Trail Hunter when it's all said and done. That FJ with the tray on the back was fantastic. Yeah, dude, that would be so cool to do as the FJ project on the channel. Just I don't even know how I would document it, just because it would be a whole learning experience for me. Just like hacking down the truck and moving all the electrical and stuff, making it a single cab like vehicle with a tray on the back. That would be just so rad. Uh, why did Toyota get rid of the hood struts? No idea. This is very frustrating because the Land Cruiser doesn't have it, the 4Runner, and the new Tacoma. I'm not sure if it's because the hood, I believe it's aluminum, and maybe it's too lightweight for hood struts, but I mean, the Tundra, it has hood struts, and same with the Sequoia. I mean, I get that you're not supposed to always be opening your hood, right? I mean, if it's a reliable vehicle, and some people say that the struts are less reliable, but like my 4Runner's almost 8 years old. It'll be 8 years old next year, and the hood struts have not failed on me once. And I opened up that hood a lot to do stuff like with the vehicle, and if you're adding lights to it, it's just, I don't know. The world that we live in, like, a lot of people aren't really doing their own maintenance on their cars, but like it's still just cheap and annoying that Toyota took hood struts away. I don't know if that has anything to do with the hood being too light for hood struts. I have no idea. Tim, thank you so much. Keep up the great work. Safe travels to Virginia. I appreciate it, Tim. If you guys are looking for more Toyota content as well, check out Tim's channel. He has a 4Runner, and he documents stuff pretty well over there. He has been doing some more short form content than long form content, but whatever you guys like, that is another Toyota channel if you guys want to go see Tim the Trailman. Noah says, I was thinking the same thing. Thanks, and also congrats on the 100K. Thank you so much, man. Joe says, I just left Toyota and got a 24 Ranger Raptor, but I still watch your channel. Good stuff. Yo, dude, congrats on that truck. I've heard nothing but positive about the Ranger Raptor, and whatever, it's cheaper than the Tacoma. Like, good on you for shopping around and getting what you wanted. Like, just because I'm a Toyota channel, it doesn't, like, that doesn't bother me that you guys drive something else. Like, it's not like a requirement that you have to drive a Toyota to watch the channel. I just think it's funny that people think that, oh, I have to have a Toyota. Like, you don't have to have a Toyota, dude. I would love to have a normal Ford Raptor, like the new 3.5 gen of it. I just really like what they kind of did with the refresh and everything. I don't know, like, the longevity of it, right? But like, you get a really good truck for the price. Even that new Ram RHO that's coming out with the Hurricane engine, it starts at 69,000, but of course you start adding a bunch of stuff to it, it's like almost an $80,000 truck. But like, that's a really cool truck. Toyota just doesn't give us, like, the TRD Pro, to me, it's not really worth it at all. Like, the only Pro that has been worth it, and Toyota just jacked the price up like crazy, is the Tacoma. Like, that is really the first TRD Pro that's like almost worthy of the Pro name. Because like, even the Tundra, it's just, based off a limited. It's not even like that insanely nice of an interior. It should be based off a Platinum, in my opinion. And it's just shocks. Like, it's just shocks at the end of the day, right? And some badging and stuff. Same with the Sequoia, but like the Tacoma TRD Pro, like, it actually has some pretty decent shocks underneath of it, pretty okay tires, and the ISO seats, like, even though they're kind of annoying how much room they take up in the Tacoma, they really do their job. Like, I mean, I have footage of me driving that truck with my head staying pretty stable and those seats just like moving around. So, I mean, like, they do their job for sure, but I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But the Ranger Raptor, I mean, aside from the interior, to me, lacking like quality just a little bit, I think it's a great truck on paper. Like, it's better than the Tacoma on paper, and like just on paper and like every single way. I would love to see him like really head to head, like doing the same stuff like back to back. Marvin says, John, do your doors and lock mechanisms on your truck ever bug out? Mine display some weird activity sometimes, especially accompanied by the Toyota app. No, mine actually doesn't, Marvin. Yeah, in all honesty, the Tacoma, it's not even on my Toyota app yet. I accidentally like said, hey, I'll do this later. I can't figure out how to bring back up that QR code or whatever on the screen for the Tacoma, but I've never noticed anything. Sometimes it'll say like the doors are unlocked, like on the app. Maybe that's what you're talking about, when they're not unlocked. But I haven't gotten those notifications at all anymore. I think because the Tundra's over a year old, and for some reason Toyota only gives you that stuff for like a year, and then you have to pay, and I'm not paying for it. Mitch says, congrats, John. Been watching your videos for a long time. Who is your favorite YouTube car reviewer? It's probably a pair, and it's the Throttle House guys. So Throttle House is they're based out of Canada, but they're like really good. If you ever watched like older Top Gear, they kind of have that dynamic with each other and stuff, with the voiceovers and all the cinematography and stuff that their guys capture. I would have to say that Throttle House is probably like my most enjoyable automotive YouTube car reviewers. Thank you, Vince. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate all you guys and all the support over the years. It's been absolutely awesome. So awesome. And people say, oh, we're just getting started. Like, we're not just getting started, but like there's more goals to like reach and stuff on the channel, and you know, with views and with the content that I make for you guys, builds, giveaways, all that stuff. Kay says, I take it to heart to not pay over MSRP for a Tier D Pro. Any ideas on how long I have to wait? Live in SoCal. There's a lot of dealerships out there that don't do over MSRP, and I think like right now will be kind of easy to find some at MSRP just because rates are so high. I mean, you can find Tacomas now for under MSRP, which is awesome because rates are so high, and the inventory is getting back to the point of before COVID. So like people are freaking out like, holy crap, the trucks aren't selling and all this stuff. But like, I don't know if you guys or if your dealerships were like this, but before COVID, like 2018, 2019 or whatever, our local dealership, they probably always had like 20 to 25 Tacomas on the lot. Probably just as many Tundras, about 20 to 25. And then they had an overflow lot as well that had probably another 10, 15 Tacomas over there, and same with Tundras, 4Runners, all that stuff. So like, I get it that they're sitting right now. You know, it's an election year. Their rates are super high. There's a lot of factors, right? But like, there's still not as many on the lots as there was like pre-shortage times and everything, in my opinion, at least in my local area. And dude, I literally drove this whole United States multiple times, and Texas is obviously, it's the truck capital, right? But Texas probably had the most Tacomas that I saw on a dealership and Tundras. There were probably close to 20 Tundras and maybe 5 Tacomas that I saw, and that's nowhere even close to Chevy and the Ford dealerships that I drove by. Not even gonna lie, there was probably at least 65 to 75 Chevys and Fords on the lots, and even Dodge or Ram. They had easily close to like 50 trucks on their lots. So I guess it all depends on your area. It all depends on the size of your dealership and the truck volume and stuff. But yeah, like Texas had a lot of trucks on the lots. Chris says, how does it feel to be home? I may have a Land Cruiser lined up. Holy smokes, dude. It's good to be home. But I have crap all over the place. Trying to get some stuff like cleaned up and done up, but I wanted to do a live stream and hang out with you guys. Dude, that's so rad that you have a Land Cruiser lined up, man. That's awesome. I'm excited to see if you pull the trigger on it, or if it comes to fruition. Jeff says, it's strange. I got specs for my Trail Hunter, and it says it is going to have the moonroof. I thought that the Trail Hunter did not, but it may. I'm not sure. A lot of stuff is kind of changing and whatnot here and there. It seems like with the trucks, maybe some people said, hey, I want a moonroof. A lot of people said maybe they want it on a Trail Hunter, and now it's coming. So that's pretty sweet if it actually has that. 25 4Runner versus 24 Land Cruiser. Which one are you picking? After seeing Westcott Design's Land Cruiser, those have become very appealing. It's hard because I I really like the 4Runner. Like, I've had a second gen 4Runner. That was my first vehicle. I still have the fifth gen 4Runner. But for some reason, like, I think I like the Land Cruiser more right now, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it's just because it's like a better interior. It looks like just old school Toyota and stuff. It has a unique interior, and I know this is like first world problems, right? But like, if I own a Tacoma and a 4Runner at the same time, it's like the same exact interior, and that's honestly kind of a letdown for me. I don't think that Toyota has ever done the same, like legit same interior. Like, the Toyota pickup and the second gen 4Runner were very close. The first gen Tacoma and the third gen 4Runner were somewhat close. But they each still had their own like unique interiors. Just something about them made them a little bit different, like with the dashboard. This dash in this truck, it's the exact same. The 4Runner has way better materials, I feel, than the Tacoma does. Less plastic as well. But like, at the end of the day, it's the same interior. That was one of the downfalls that or not downfalls, but like one of the gripes that I had with having the Sequoia and the Tundra. Like, I had an SR5 Tundra, which was like a premium, so it was a very high-end SR5, and it even had more options than, like, I feel like a base limited kind of did. But anyways, going from that truck into the Sequoia TRD Pro that we had at the time felt the exact same. Like, and they were both white in color too. So like, looking out, you couldn't really tell if you were in a Tundra or a Sequoia. And I was kind of like, man, I really don't want the 4Runner and the Tacoma to have the same interior, and they do. So it's hard, and Jeff made that kind of like an easier decision to really like the Land Cruiser, I think, a little bit more than the 4Runner, just with building 3 up and one of them being Heritage Blue as well. It's just really rad. It was really rad to see those in person, and I have full walkarounds of those in the Overland, kind of not vlog, but just kind of the Overland Expo video that I still have to edit for you guys. JLB says, congratulations on 100K. Do you think the 24 4Runner would tow a 3,000 pound trailer? Yeah, I believe that the 5th gen 4Runner has like a max towing capacity of around like 5,000 pounds or so. The new one can actually tow more than the old one. Even though it has a 4-cylinder, it can actually tow more. But yeah, you should have no issues with a 3,000 pound trailer. Appreciate it, George. Thank you so much for that. Savage Geese. Yeah, Savage Geese does pretty in-depth videos. They're really good. Do you plan on getting a new GX or Land Cruiser? Land Cruiser, my friend. Perp says, any interest on the last model year of 5th gen? I think production sadly stops July 1st. I personally won't be getting a 24 4Runner because I still have my 2018. So, but I think for anyone that wants to scoop it up, if you guys in the comments right now are you looking for the last of the 5th gen 4Runners, you potentially only have a month to 2 months left. They may build into August with changeover and everything at the factory happening for, I think, October, November timeframe is when all the new ones are starting to come out, or they're starting to do production and stuff. Sergio, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Rich says, which color do you think looks best on the Trailhunter? I also noticed the moonroof shows as standard on Toyota spec sheets now. Huh, so they must have changed that then. That's cool to know. Man, it's hard because Toyota revealed that truck with bronze oxide, and bronze oxide looks really good with the bronze as well. But honestly, like, a white Trailhunter kind of looks really cool. A white Trailhunter kind of looks really cool with all the bronze accents and stuff on it. I think white, like, it looks really cool. The lighting on your Hot Wheels collection behind you looks pretty good. I appreciate it. You could actually change the colors and stuff too. I still need to do like a legit good setup, but like I could change it to red, green. It's like a whole RGB thing and stuff. Yellow if I really want. Coral color. So yeah, it's sweet. I have quite a few knickknacks and stuff too. I keep saying in my head that I want to change like my office into another room to have like a more dedicated kind of streaming setup, and also like a easier just sit down record a video kind of a setup with everything back behind it. So yeah, this was just kind of already here, and I just added some rope light, and I tried to keep it as like clean as possible. Like you can't really see the light. It's all like you can see it on my hands right here. It's all just kind of 3M'd to this. Also, the follow-up with that was, John, did you get any of the GCD diecast runners and tacos? I'm not sure what GCD means. If you want to let me know what that acronym means, then I'll be able to answer that. Why not interested in the GX? I am interested in the GX. I just think that the Land Cruiser will happen first versus a GX. A GX is a little harder to get right now versus the Land Cruiser, I feel. There's been a lot of confusion around the payload weight for the new Tacoma. Do you know what the limit is for the Tier D Pro? I don't. So a lot of the vehicles and stuff, they have been pre-production as well. I think that Toyota put out their spec sheet and everything that has the payload capacity for the Tier D Pro. But like, you got to think about it, that the more options and the more things that get added to a vehicle, like the more that payload comes down, right? So they have a base payload of all these vehicles, and then if you add heavier seats, the bigger tires, the rock rails, air compressor, like all these little things start to bring down that payload capacity. So that's why like the vehicle that has the most payload capacity, or at least Tacoma wise, would probably be like an SR, right? Like with very limited options. GCD is a die-cast brand that has been making a lot of Toyota trucks and SUVs. I didn't know that. So GCD Toyota. What do these look like? Oh, dang. Those are expensive, but very, very cool though. GCD Die-Cast Garage. Is that what it is? Oh, that's actually really cool, dude. They're like $30 or something like that, which isn't actually that bad for that one. And then they also have the Hilux, the pickup and everything. This one looks like a Voodoo Blue 4Runner, so it's a 1x63 die cast. That's actually pretty cool. I'll probably have to pick one up. Man, they got a lot of stuff. Maybe I'll hit them up and see if they want to send some stuff out or whatever to just be in the background of videos. Dang, those are actually really, really cool. They're more of like high-end like die-cast models, which is actually really rad. That's pretty cool. A lot of them sold out, yeah. So maybe they were sold out, but I was able to see. It says add to cart for the Voodoo Blue right now. That's cool. Appreciate that. All right. I appreciate everyone hanging out tonight and stuff. We'll go for another 15 or so minutes, and then I got to pack up to catch an early flight tomorrow. Probably like, frick, man. I probably have to leave the house at like 5 or so to catch a plane. But at least it's just like a turn and burn, so I don't really need to pack that much. It's just literally a backpack, so it won't be that bad. John, do you like the Land Cruiser more than the GX550? Congratulations. I still remember when you started this channel. It's kind of crazy, right? I don't know. There's aspects of each that I like more than the other. Like, I like the interior of the Land Cruiser. Part of me kind of likes the exterior sometimes of the GX a little bit more than the Land Cruiser. And then like the powertrain of the GX, just the fact that it has V6 is kind of nice versus like, you know, only being forced into a hybrid setup. There will be a hybrid setup with the GX, and I don't think Lexus confirmed exactly which one it is, but it's just cool that they're giving you that option with the GX, whereas Toyota's like, no, it's just the hybrid for the Land Cruiser. So it would have been cool to have the V6 in the Land Cruiser. I thought that the Land Cruiser was going to get that V6, and then the 4Runner would just have the 4-cylinder, but they put it into both, which is kind of a little meh, honestly. But I mean, it's still a good little engine. Like it moves the vehicle for how heavy it is, and you know, we'll see real world like how good of miles per gallon and stuff it actually gets. Would you recommend the DRL lights on eBay? I don't know. You gotta be careful. If it's like a too good to be true of a price, they may leak and stuff like that. So I would, if I was buying lights for vehicles, I'd personally Amazon or one of the actual reputable companies, right? Amazon has pretty good return policy, and then if you get stuff like directly from Morimoto or from Alpharex or something like that, it should be a little bit better. Any idea on the weight of the new 4Runner compared to LX and GX, which come in at around 5,700 pounds? The 4Runner may be a little bit lighter. Those vehicles are taller. They're just tanks. They're heavy with all the luxury items and stuff that they have in them. So the 4Runner, I would, you know, probably venture, especially the hybrids, those ones may be a little bit heavy, but it will probably be around 49 to 5,500 pounds, I would say. I just remembered you had a first-gen Tundra. How was it? It was awesome. That truck was so cool. It's the perfect size. I wish that Toyota was somehow able to make their new Tacomas like that same size that Tundra was. It was really a really good truck. I wish that my transmission was better in that truck. It like slipped a little bit and stuff, and I wasn't gonna pay for a new transmission or have it like rebuilt or anything. But for the most part, it was a fun truck. How good is the 4Runner JBL sound system in the new 4Runner? I'm not sure how the JBL sound system is in the new 4Runner. If it's anything like the Tacoma, my Tacoma actually has a pretty decent sound system. I mean, is it gonna blow you away? No, but it's pretty good for it being JBL. Do you know any info on the Trailhunter compressor? Thanks and have a safe trip. I'm not sure like what you're looking for in the question, Rich, but it comes standard on the Trailhunter. It's in the bed. It has some USB-Cs on it as well, and it has like a little air chuck portion to plug your stuff up into. So not sure kind of like what the question would be on that though, but yeah. Fubar, thank you so much. I appreciate it. 100,000. That's kind of crazy. I'm not sure when you guys joined up in here, but I was just on my phone last night to go and reply back to comments and stuff like in the YouTube creator studio, and I opened it up and it literally said 100K, like just across, like exactly, not like 101 or 102. It was exactly at 100K. So I screenshotted it and posted it on the Instagram, and then I drafted up that post on the community tab here and figured we would do a live stream tonight. So thank you so much for your support, man. Over the years, it's been awesome. All right, Noah, you have a great night too, man. I appreciate it. George says, I gotta go. Have a nice trip. And my salute to all the people in uniform. God bless the fallen heroes. Heck yeah, heck yeah. And we got Memorial Day coming up too. Thank you so much, George. Have a great night, dude. Enjoy it, and wake up tomorrow and, you know, work hard and do everything, and because those people provided us with the freedom we got, so we could do whatever we want. So just keep at it. John, my 3rd gen Platinum Tundra has a few issues that really made me think of trading it in for a 5th gen 4Runner. Thoughts? Should I do it? So that's kind of hard because like you're going from a truck to an SUV. So I think like the very first and obvious question should be, do you need a truck or an SUV? But aside from that, like, I mean, I think about trading my Tundra in all the time. I wanted to keep my Tundra until the refresh, and I still may. But I mean, I've mentioned it in several videos and stuff, and I especially will mention it, and I'm trying to figure out really still how to make this video with it like still being like educational and stuff and whatnot, and not like a rant video. But I'm gonna do a video comparing like the Tundra to the Tacoma, right? Because I lived in the Tacoma for like basically 2 months, and it's just a better truck all around than the Tundra. But there's still things that the Tundra has that like a mid-sized truck just can't do, like size and power and storage and all that stuff, right? So I don't know, like the Tundra was never meant to be like, holy crap, this is an amazing truck, which is kind of crappy. Like I feel like everything you do should like it should be the best. It should be the best. But like the Tundra was never meant to be like a Ford F-150 killer or like a Silverado insane competitor. Like 'cause even Toyota said this. Like they're not going for the jugular of the full size truck market with the Tundra, and unfortunately it shows. Because the Tacoma, that was the leading. Curious to see what next year is like with all the hotness of the mid-size truck market. But the Tacoma was always the best-selling mid-size pickup. So Toyota knew that they had to put everything in their power to like make that truck just as good as all the other generations, right? So I don't know. I contemplate trading in my Tundra for like an older Tundra just to see if like the older truck was really that much better, with what people say it was, or even maybe just another 1st gen Tundra, like just go back, have no car payment of a Tundra, and just buy like a super clean 1st gen for like 10 grand, 12 grand, something like that. So I don't know. I really wanted to keep it for like another year or two, and then just like keep it right up until the actual refresh comes out. Just because I don't know. I just enjoy having a full size truck. Like it's nice when I have it and when I need it, but like for the most part, like the truck's just sitting in the driveway now. So I don't know. I know that did not answer your question like at all, but yeah, if you want to just trade it in, definitely trade it in for the 4Runner. The quality is going to be much better, but the power is going to be way reduced for you, and also technology. But the quality will be there for sure, and the reliability. Congrats on 100K. Just quietly waiting for the Trail Hunter to be available at MSRP or the Stout release. I can't wait for both of those, man. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. Was wondering if it was dual or single stage on the air compressor. I believe it is a single stage air compressor then. I mean, it's a tiny little spot that it just kind of goes into in the bed of the truck. So I'm pretty sure that it's only a single stage compressor. The King, thank you so much for the $1 donation, man. So we got the King, we got Drone Tech, and also Trevor, and with Drone Tech becoming a member. I appreciate you guys so freaking much. Thank you. Why do you think that Toyota did not use a front locker, at least on the Pro or Trail Hunter, to be compatible or to compete with others? So I don't know. Of any of the vehicles, it should have been on the Trail Hunter. I don't see the need for it on the Pro, especially when the Pro was meant to be like a high-speed like desert racer. So you don't need a front locker on a vehicle like that. Like in all honesty, like the Pro could have been like a 2-wheel drive truck, because a lot of pre-runners in the West Coast and stuff, they're all two-wheel drive. So a lot of pre-runners, that is why Toyota brought back out the pre-runner, and it's as a two-wheel drive, because like when you build up a pre-runner, freaking bugs, man. Dude, walking the dogs today, there are bugs everywhere. Holy crap. An actual pre-runner is two-wheel drive. So the Pro, I don't see really the need for a locker. It would have been nice to have it on the Trail Hunter, just so people can have it, so they can stop being like, oh, the Tacoma doesn't have it. But like in Toyota's traction control system and all the stuff that's integrated into their four-wheel drive is like just so good that even out in Moab, I had to turn the rear locker off just because like all the obstacles were almost too easy. So all the obstacles were almost too easy in 4Low. Had to turn the locker off just because, I mean, I don't know. It was just too easy to do all the trails and stuff out there. So it would have been nice to have it. I mean, the front sway bar disconnect is cool to have too, to give you a little bit more traction kind of on the trails if you're losing some traction and stuff. But yeah. Joe says, do you think that the price point will be a factor for Toyota losing the market share on the mid-size segment? I don't, honestly. I mean, the trucks are expensive, but like they're right there with the Colorado, with the Canyon, and with the Ranger. Like when you do like options for options, they're all really close to the same. Like, yeah, the Tacoma I think is a little bit more expensive in some regards, but I don't think that if Toyota loses, it'll be because of that. I think it will honestly be because of the internet, and with the Tundra like failing and stuff, I think it has kind of not cursed, but like it's put a bad taste for like all these new generation of vehicles. And the crappy thing is that like the failures of the Tundra are well under 1% still. So, or maybe they're right at 1% of all the vehicles made so far of Tundra. All that has failed has just been 1% or under 1%. But when you have 1 million people see a failed Tundra, instead of it being one failed Tundra, it's 1 million, right? Just because people just see it and that's what they think. So I don't know. I think it's very, very new, the Tacoma. I think it's going to take a little bit for people to realize like how much better driving a 4-cylinder truck is than a V6 truck. And yeah, I mean, the price is definitely higher for sure. But guess what? You can get them under MSRP now, right? So we control the market. If people aren't buying the truck, then dealerships will offer under MSRP. So I don't think that the price is too big of a deal if the dealerships are gonna offer $5K under or something like that MSRP. That's how we get good deals and stuff. And if they have multiple trucks on the lot, that's when we're able to execute on a deal. I don't think that Stout is coming out at all. That would be such a fail on Toyota. I mean, they're already behind on trying to get that truck out, right? Like even Kia is coming out with their own crossover version of a truck, and like it looks big and it looks cool. So I think there'd be a missed opportunity if Toyota didn't bring out some sort of compact truck with like their 2.5 Toyota hybrid system and just allow it to get like 40 miles per gallon. It'd be like they have to do it. JCS says, thanks for answering my questions. I was thinking about trading it in for a second gen Tundra too, but I know the 4Runners are just so solid. And I would love to see a comparison video of your Tacoma and Tundra. I will definitely be making that very soon for you guys. I finally have them like both at my house again, because I had the Tacoma for like a week and then I just went out west with the truck. So yeah, it's going to be nice to have them side by side for sure. And the second gen Tundra that I'm thinking about getting would be a 2019 Voodoo Blue TRD Pro. If I did get a second gen Tundra, it would have to be that, just because I love that color on the truck. I love the TRD Pros of the truck. They hold their values a little bit better, even though they're not really anything special in all honesty for that generation. I just like the way they look. They're just so cool. Green Bee says, hey, I have a question. I have a limited Tundra, but it did not come with the 360 camera. I want to add it. Oh, you're better off on. What do you think about it? The dealer told me I can't have it for some reason. So that's why I'm saying, like, my SR5 Tundra, it had this, and that's why it was built a little bit higher than some limiteds. I honestly don't even think that it would be worth trying to put it into your truck. It may be easier to just trade it in for one that has it. So an easy way to see if your truck or if a truck has it is the cameras are on the mirrors, on the outside, on the little spoiler in the back. It has like cameras right up there, and also you have a camera in the grill as well in the truck. Benny says, I might have missed your question, or I might have missed your answer to your current 4Runner, but what were you thinking of doing? I remember you want to get a new 4Runner. I might have missed your answer to your current 4Runner. I'm not sure what you mean, Benny, by that question. But I plan to keep my 4Runner for as long as possible because it is paid off, so there ain't no point in really getting rid of it, honestly. But I will take a couple more questions. We've almost been on for an hour. I appreciate all you guys swinging in, hanging out on your Thursday, and thank you so much for 100K subscribers. It's just so freaking cool. Daniel says, I like the air-to-air intercooler on the Land Cruiser 250 better than the air-to-water intercooler on the GX. It's way less complicated. It's crazy though, because like if you look at the top of that engine though, it just looks like a rat's nest still. Like, I mean, yeah, that 2.4 and the Land Cruiser and stuff, like they really did a good job of trying to keep it as cool as possible. 100K, thank you, John. Did you all, I'm not sure, you guys need to proofread your stuff, man. But thank you, Angie, so much. I appreciate it. New 1958 or a 24 Pro in underground. I have a 23 off-road currently that I have sold, but can't decide on a new car. So 58 will be nice because that's going to be around the same price as the 4Runner TRD Pro, and it's like a newer vehicle. At least I don't see Land Cruisers, depending on how many Toyota makes, like I don't see them going down in value like super fast. Like they will go down in value, but I don't see them going down in value super fast. But a 4Runner TRD Pro, that'll hold its value for a long time. So I mean, you could do that 4Runner TRD Pro, maybe have it for a year and a half, and then trade it for like a 58 and potentially, drive that 4Runner for free almost for like a whole year, and then just get the 58 whenever you start seeing people build them up. They start to get a little bit more reliable and stuff. Us guinea pigs, we see what's wrong with them and everything and all that. Mr. Sheep says, do you think that the 4Runner and Sequoia are considered trucks like Toyota calls them? I call them trucks just because they're a body on frame. I mean, it doesn't have a truck bed, but sometimes interchangeably in my videos, I call them trucks just because they're a body on frame SUV. But I mean, I guess technically they're not a truck. What price do you think that the new 4Runner will start at? I'm gonna say 45, and I know I think Toyota messed up on the 4Runner reveal because they gave us like the Trail Hunter. They didn't mess up, right? But just with the high price of the Tacoma hybrids when they were launched, and the TRD Pro and the Trail Hunter being like in the $60,000 range, and then Toyota gives us the 4Runner Trail Hunter and the TRD Pro 4Runner, so we can only assume that they're going to be very, very expensive. And then they gave us like a limited, right? Instead of, I've always had this issue, and I'm not sure how other car manufacturers are because I just do Toyotas, but I've always had the issue of like when Toyota reveals vehicles, like they always reveal like the top of the line ones, which is cool because like it shows you all the features and everything, which is nice. But like it would have been awesome at that event to get the TRD Pro and the Trail Hunter, but if possible, give us the SR5 and give us the TRD Off-Road, because those are like going to be the main volume sellers, I feel, for the 4Runner. So like would have been really, really cool just to see those. And then if Toyota said, hey, starts at 45 grand, that would have been nice to, just like the Land Cruiser when they came out with it. They said starts at mid 50s, right? So we all assume like, hey, it will be about $55,000, which is cool because it's a lot cheaper, right? So if Toyota did that with the 4Runner, we could have pumped the brakes a little bit and been like, okay, it'll be around $45,000, just like the current SR5 starts. The prices will go up, it seems like, but at least it's not that crazy. Because right now the mentality for a lot of people that aren't like, I don't know, using their brains, I guess, are like, oh my gosh, the 4Runner, it's going to be a $70,000 vehicle. Well, maybe, but that's just like the TRD Pros, right? It would have been nice to get the SR5, get at least a, somewhat of a ballpark as to what it would start at. I have a flight in the morning as well, Daniel says, so I'm off to pack. Thanks so much for your content. I am about to get off as well. You have a safe flight, Daniel. Maybe I'll see you in the airport, but I'm going to get off soon and also pack. Perk says, thanks for answering all these questions, man. You're my favorite Yoda channel. Congrats on the 100K. Thank you so much for the support, dude. And yeah, I would just want to answer all your guys' questions and give you guys the time you deserve, because you guys take your time out of your day to hang out. Need help with the chrome delete on my 23 Tundra. Handles, window trim, and bumper. Any particular company? So bumper shells, Ecological. Justin, I did a video on my channel actually doing the chrome delete on the mustache, and that company will be coming out with window chrome deletes and also door handles. So it's Ecological or also bumper shells. I believe the companies are like interchangeable with each other. So definitely check out that video on my channel, and the link should take you to their site. And then last question or statement from Cowboy. Yes, they can match it to Army Green. They have OEM colors. I really want to like the new Gen 4Runner, but it's just too similar to the Tacoma. The back end is killer with those lights though. Yeah, so like front door, back, like exterior wise, I like it. The front still needs a grow on me, and the interior just being a carbon copy, it's, I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me, we will see. But guys, thank you so much for the 100,000. Thank you for everyone who came out to the stream, and everyone as well who donated, the King, Drone Tech, and Trevor. I appreciate you guys so freaking much. You guys have a great week, and I will catch you all in the next one. All right, guys.